ever been too broke to go to work? That shit is the fucking worst, bro. Like, you got no money for gas. You got no money to get food. You got no food in the house to even pack a lunch to try to be responsible. Like, it's gonna be a long week, boy. I tell you that. But we're gonna have a good mindset, positive mindset. Money will come. Money will come. Money will come. As long as you keep going.
If we can't afford to go to work, what do? You
look at the price at the gas pump and you're like, wow, is that real? I guess it is. So you try to avoid it a little bit. You don't fill it up all the way.
I'm walking a lot more. That's what I'm doing.
I go and get gas every day because I'm scared it's going to go up more the next day.
As far as I'm concerned, the whole economy is not.
I was in the store the other day and I heard some older people saying, you know, nobody wants to work nowadays. And I was about to lose my composure in that moment, but then I remembered I could just do it online. And what frustrates me about that statement is that people forget it costs money to go to work. I have to put gas in my car. I have to physically have a car, and then I have to get a car insurance. God forbid I get a flat tire because car maintenance is expensive. Okay, I have to get oil changes every 3 months. And then on top of this, I have to buy soap to clean myself. I have to buy laundry detergent to wash my clothes. I have to put on deodorant just to go to the job and meet their hygiene standards. Just to do that. And it's insane that y'all are saying people don't want to work. How does it make sense for me to go to a job that doesn't pay me enough money to offset the cost I have to pay simply to get there and be there in a presentable state, and then not have enough money to pay the bills that I've incurred, partly because I have to have a car to get here? No, this makes no sense. It's not that people don't want to work, and Zahn Mondani has proven that. In New York City, when they had all that snow, he said, hey, y'all, here's $30 an hour to come shovel some snow. People came out the woodwork, young, old, middle-aged, didn't matter. People was there. Men, women, all of the above. People came out to get that $30. So I think it's pretty clear. People don't mind doing work when they're getting paid money, the right money for it. Okay, I'll come out. That's good money. The reason why people don't want to work is because they don't want to work to just continue to be broke. It makes no sense. I need to be making a wage that makes sense for the expenses I have and the expense of getting to work. And until I think we all start coming to terms with that reality, these millionaires are going to continue to run everything into the ground. And I'm hearing this rumor that the millionaires want to fire everybody. It's not like they even just want AI. They actually want to fire everybody so that when everybody's desperate, they can hire them back for less money. Baby, that's not going to work. Nobody's going to come back. It won't make sense. Oh, I'm desperate for money. It would cost me my entire paycheck just to get to work, not even pay my bills. So what would be the point of that job? I'm telling you, just because they're millionaires does not mean they are smart. But that's my soapbox. Y'all have a good day.
It's miserable. I don't wish it on nobody.
And this right here is the cycle. This right here is literally the cycle down south that keeps people poor. Like, I want to get a job, but I can't get to the job because I have no way to get to the job. And I don't have any money to get me a car to get me to the job. And honestly, I know it's by design, but these people are hell for setting it up like this. This is not how life's supposed to be, man.
This is getting bad, so bad to the point that people are not being able to afford to go to work. And it's happening all around the country. And the crazy thing is that they've been working their jobs for 5+ years, even more. And the cost of living is steady going up. But they don't want to up your pay. They don't want to give you no raises. But they still expect you to show up to work. And you want to know what's the sad thing? A lot of people are broke after their paychecks. Some people got an overdraft all the time, purposely, from their bank account. Now, if you feel that pain, share it in the comments, because it's definitely a crazy world out here. And you know what they're going to say. They're going to make up excuses and say, well, everybody don't drive. That's true. A lot of people don't drive. But a lot of people do drive. If gas is expensive, and then when your car breaks down, you really can't afford it, they're going to start trying to criticize you. You know what they're going to say? When millions tell them that they can't go to work, and millions really can't afford to go to work because the economy is collapsing and it's bad, you can't even imagine. They're going to tell them that this is their favorite line. Let me know, have y'all heard this line before? Y'all probably hear it often. Y'all hear it from companies. You just don't want to work. You're just full of crap. How are you full of crap when you constantly going to work and you got to spend your gas money to get there? And gas is super high right now, like $10,000 a gallon. And you don't even have $1,000 in your bank account. How are you full of crap? And then when you get paid, you broke the next day. Some people are not even broke the next day. They broke before they check even go out. They can't afford it because it's not enough money. And people who wake up to that, to realize that, they're called insane. But I think that's insane. Going to work constantly for 40 hours. And I know you got to do what you got to do to put food on the table. But you're not realizing that it's not enough. Some people think it is enough. Some people think you can make it enough. But in this economy, it's difficult to make anything enough because bills that you didn't know about come out the woodworks. And that's why I believe that people can't afford to go to work anymore because they can't even afford to keep up with their real life because they dedicating their time to somebody who don't even really care about them. And then when you do a good job at your company, you're not getting rewarded for it really. You always get criticized about what you didn't do instead of what you did do. And then they'll offer you pizza for doing good. Like you really want pizza. You done outgrew pizza. Now you could never go wrong with pizza, but when you get older, you don't want pizza as much anymore. But groceries have gotten expensive. Gas prices are through the roof. And millions just can't afford to go to work. And a lot of people don't work from home. Some people work far away from their job. Some people work close. And then a lot of people will say, well, you can catch the bus. That's one of their favorite lines too. But the bus don't arrive all the time on time. And then, I done rode the bus before. You got to deal with crazy situations on the bus. Tell me if I'm wrong. If you've taken a bus before, I used to hear arguments all the time on the bus. Like every other day. So who want to take the bus every day? And then when you try to do Lyft and Uber, you can't afford that. And that's why a lot of people can't afford to go to work anymore because people are so broke. It's just terrifying. And that's my take on this situation. Let me know how y'all feel. Leave it in the comments. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Peace.